everyone, my name is Elena Mead. I am originally from Buckley, Washington, but we moved a whole 15 minutes away to Ording, Washington when we bought a home. So that's where we are at currently. Academically, I attended Eastern Washington University and I got my Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Science, and I also received a minor in Cognitive Psychology. During that time, I did 200 hours of internship at the Spokane Regional Health District because I was originally interested in dietetics, but kind of getting more into it, it just, I don't know, it didn't hold my interest like the way exercise did. And so I geared myself back towards exercise and decided to continue with that. So towards the end of my college career, I actually did the other 200 hours of my internship at a cardiac rehab facility in Western Washington. And it was a couple months after graduation. I actually got hired at that same cardiopulmonary rehabilitation. And that was inside a hospital. I worked at 4 different clinics. Actually, we kind of rotated throughout them. So it was nice getting to see, all different ways to run the program, even though it was within the same company. So professionally, I did that for roughly 4 years as a clinical exercise specialist. Absolutely loved it. Just loved it. Fell in love with it. However, when COVID started, our hours definitely started going down. We had lower patient count, and then we found out we were pregnant. I actually have a 3-year-old and now a 1-month-old. So, side note, sleep is non-existent in this household. I digress. Anyways, it just kind of seemed like good timing at that point, knowing that I was pregnant. We were going to be closing the clinics anyhow. I just went ahead and resigned and decided I'm just going to focus on myself, focus on family, focus on graduate school, because I was going to be starting that July in summer. So yeah, I've just kind of been stay-at-home mom with the 2 boys and focusing on school. My husband, he works full-time night shifts as a Washington State Patrol. So it's kind of just me 5 days a week, but you know what? We're here, we're doing it. We're gonna make it good. So I actually chose the applied sports science concentration because even though I loved what I did as a clinical exercise specialist, there were so many limitations. And I just felt like, in 5 to 10 years, I'm going to be doing the same job in the same room where I'm kind of stuck in like this little bubble. There's nowhere to go. You have this very special population and they're high risk, obviously. So you're very limited as to what you can do for them, how far you can push them, how far you can train them. And it got frustrating over time for me. I definitely wanted more. I wanted more freedom, more independence. And so this was kind of my dream, just to, push through and be able to learn all the things and kind of be more my own boss in a sense, so I can make those independent choices. I'm really hoping to get out of this class just like learning techniques about how to modify, how to recognize certain issues within people, because during that 4 years that I was an exercise specialist, we had so many people that would come in and they would be complaining about, past injuries and, oh, well, this is hurting right now or that's hurting. And I didn't have the skill set to be able to sit down and assess them, be like, okay, this is what's wrong. Here's what we need to do. And so, I only felt that I was able to help them so far through modifications. And sometimes that wasn't even enough. And it was frustrating. So hopefully this class gives me a much better insight about how to recognize and strategically, plan and put those things into action for future clients. But other than that, I'm really excited for the semester, despite, just my busy schedule personally. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. So it's nice to meet you. Good luck.